You know, each Pikmin has their own set of attributes. Their looks, their abilities, even their personalities. But today, we're not looking at any of those. The attribute we're looking at is their taste. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we are going to be looking at all the types of Pikmin and saying which ones you should avoid to eat and which ones if you see you should grab and cook immediately. Also, side note, we don't have Ice Pikmin, Glow Pikmin, or Bulbmin because I've not found any of those yet, which means that I cannot give them a taste test. But, other than that, the only rules are how good it tastes. And if it does something to you afterwards or affects you, that will be accounted for. Just like number 7, White Pikmin. You see, for these first few, I'm not going to say how many, but, it's really just, I don't even know what this one tastes like, at least, the White Pikmin. I just know if you eat it, you will die, which means that even if it does taste really good, after you eat it, you can't eat anything else. So, I mean, I would avoid this thing. Maybe it's like, those pointy fish things I forgot the name of, that you can cook in a certain way, but I haven't tried it, because I don't want to eat it. Maybe if I find a bulb somewhere, I can test it on them, but, anyways, so, yeah, that's just, that's the White Pikmin. Do not eat. You will die. Very similar to the White Pikmin, our next spot is something that does something afterwards. And, as a bonus, this one does not taste good. But, at least it's not poisonous, so that's why it's a spot higher. So, it is the number 6, Rock Pikmin. These guys don't taste good. Let me just tell you that. But, yeah, they're just, they don't taste good. I mean, you're more likely to break your teeth than to like the taste of this thing. Although, to be honest, you're more likely to break your teeth than to not like this thing. But, I mean, and unless you want your teeth to be broken, and you like eating rocks, I mean, I guess, but, yeah. The thing itself is okay, it's meh, but, I've had better. And, I've had a lot of more better things, so, probably shouldn't eat it. I doubt it's good for you either. I just spat mine out before I broke the teeth, but, I mean, I've seen people that break their teeth off this thing. Mainly Bulbors. But, yeah, so, that's mine's number 6. Now, it's time we move from the so horrible it'll kill you to the meh. They're far from the best, but they're far from the worst, so they're about the middle. That's why it's called meh. So, let's go to our first person in the meh tier. Number 5, Blue Pikmin. Blue Pikmin tastes alright. I mean, it's not that good, but, I mean, I guess if I was hungry, I might get it. I guess, like, I mean, you probably won't, like, the worst part's probably just, it's like, wet, kind of like, you know, like the, I don't know, it's like, if you got, like, some mashed potatoes, and then you poured water on it, and they made it, like, soggy. I mean, I don't really personally, it doesn't taste like mashed potatoes, but that's what the texture is like. And then the taste, it tastes okay. It kind of tastes like fish, you know. Never been the biggest fan of fish, but, I mean, I can eat it, I guess. So, I mean, I think this guy deserves 5th. I don't think he deserves last. White Pikmin's the only one that deserves that. But, yeah, so, he's the next one, so yeah. Okay, the next decision was pretty easy, but I want to let you guys know, for the top 3, they were all extremely difficult to rate. Like, I did not know what I was going to do, but, I guess, well, the next one's very similar to the Blue Pikmin. It's the number 4, Yellow Pikmin. Okay, so the Yellow Pikmin, it's just kind of like the White Pikmin, but it's not, like, soggy. It just kind of, like, tastes kind of burnt. I know you'd expect that from the Red Pikmin, but their taste is actually good. That's why they're a little later on. But, so, the Yellow Pikmin, it just kind of tastes burnt. I don't know why, but it does. So, not the biggest fan of burnt food, unless it's, like, meant to be burnt. But, so, this guy I don't think is meant to be burnt. I mean, like, he just isn't the best tasting. Yeah, so, I would probably say, yeah, that's just kind of what he deserves, but, yeah. And that's the end of the meh tier. Next up, we have the absolutely delicious tier. If you spot one of these Pikmin, grab it and cook it, because they're all delicious. One of you guys may not like this as much, one of them, the thing in third, but I personally do, just from past experience, so. But enough chit-chat, let's go to number 3, Winged Pikmin. Some of you may think this one's like more of the meh material, but I grew up eating bugs at my grandma's house, so I'm gonna have to say this one's really good, like in my opinion. It's not good just plain old up, but I had to give it bonus points for when you cook it. It is delicious. Like if you have not tried cooked wing Pikmin, you need to. It tastes really good. So if you see one, just like look at like a cookbook or something that has the wing Pikmin in it and cook it. And then the wing Pikmin a la Sute is delicious. Like, you should literally, if you haven't tried it, you need to. It's like the best food, one of the best foods ever. But, yeah, so I just ate bugs a lot as a kid anyway, so that's one of the reasons. But also just, that dish is, delicious. You need to try it. The last two were extremely difficult. I could not decide what I wanted to choose, but in the end, one of them was slightly better than the other. Although, I can easily see why you would want to flip either of these. Like, I mean, the only spots I'm like 100% sure to belong there are probably the horrible. So horrible you'll probably die here. But, yeah, which pretty much the white Pikmin, the rock Pikmin. But anyways, yeah, those ones kind of suck. But the other ones, I could see why anyone would like certain ones. Like, if you really like fish, blue Pikmin, I mean, just yellow Pikmin I could see, maybe, winged Pikmin, I could see being higher or lower. These two are just delicious, though. I mean, I just think these two deserve top 2 spots. But, anyways, let's go to number 2, Red Pikmin. Red Pikmin, it's good. You might expect it to be burnt, but I think that's the yellow Pikmin. This one's more spicy. Like, if you like spicy foods, this is for you. I personally really like the spice. It's not, like, so hot you'll burn up in the crumbs, like the cartoon characters, but it's not, like, cool, like, just a tiny bit of hot sauce. It's, like, it's kind of the same spiciness as maybe you get some nachos at, like, a Mexican restaurant, and you put it in some of that spicy salsa and you eat it. It's about that salsa. It's spicy. Maybe a little more, I'd say, but a little more spicy than that if you want to have an example. But it's just really good. I mean, if you like Mexican food, or just spicy food in general, I would try out the Red Pikmin. I mean, it's just delicious. But last, the one that I think personally is the best one of them all. We have number 1, Purple Pikmin. Purple Pikmin, it's delicious. It's really beefy, which ends up making it at the end taste not like beef, although I said beefy, more like a steak. And if you dip this thing in like ketchup or ranch or whatever people dip steak in, I personally prefer ketchup. But it's delicious. Like, I mean, pair this with some fries, and you've got like a meal. And the Purple Pikmin's pretty big. Here's a comparison to the me, I guess. Yeah, it's like my size pretty much. When some of these are like only like half the wing Pikmin and white Pikmin, really. So you can like feed like a family of 4, maybe a little bit, maybe more if you do less. But and then all 4 of them will be full. This guy's so big, and it tastes like steak, which I just love steak. So, I mean, this guy definitely deserves the number 1 spot. And now that we're done with the ranking, now, as an extra bonus, I am going to show you how to cook them. So, I'm not going to skip the white Pikmin and rock Pikmin, but for the blue Pikmin, you're going to want to... Louie, what are you doing? I'm just hosting a show kind of thing. I'm reviewing something. What are you reviewing? Oh, Pikmin. Reviewing the Pikmin? Oh, you're just reviewing the Pikmin. So what are you wanting to show the people? The, Pikmin, like, in action. Like the red Pikmin going through fire, you know? Okay. Well, if you know that fire's the oven. What'd you just say? Nothing, Omar. So, back to what I was saying. Blue Pikmin. So, first thing you want to do is you're going to get your knife and you're going to... Oh, no you don't. Louie, were you about to cook that blue Pikmin? No. Yeah, you were. told you, you're not allowed to eat the Pikmin, no matter how much you want to. Ah, whatever. I'm leaving. At least you haven't eaten it yet. Wait a second. I just told him I'll make them rainy. How would you not know that I ate them? So I guess I'm not allowed to cook them. But I hope you enjoyed. And if this video can get to 5 likes, maybe 10, depends on it, how quickly, I'll make a sequel on different things. Maybe I'll do a different review. Put in the comments what you want me to review. Yeah, so if you want to review something to taste, if you want to review how, I don't know, like favorite Pikmin game, maybe, something, things like that. But Pikmin types, just how they are, not taste-wise. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, so subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, so bye-bye.